So this is the Music Stand app. It's got this little eighth note icon there. You'll go ahead and click on that and then log in with your Planning Center account. I'm going to use Andrew's account here so I can show you some stuff. Feel free to save your password on the iPad so you don't have to remember it every time. You can just jump right back into your account. You're going to click sign in here. I'm not going to save it for now. And it'll come up with this list of all these plans that you can choose from, whichever one you're on. It also has our full song library right here that you can jump through the different files for. And then sessions, which we don't use, and I'm not going to talk about here. But if you go back to plans, you can click on a plan that you're on, and it'll come up with the whole service order like this. Now I'm going to go back to last week's plan so I can show you how this works. But you'll see the whole service order here. And you can click on a song, and it'll bring up the file for that song. Now, to get between songs, once you're in this page, you can just swipe on the screen along through the different songs and different pages and all of that stuff. But if I go back to the beginning here, I'm going to want to put the chord charts on all of these songs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click the name of the file. And this one's already the chord chart, so we're good there. But I would click the name of the file, click file right here, and then I can select from which one of these files I want. These two files here are the piano charts and the lead sheets that contain all the keys that Praise Charts gives us. So we don't want that, but we do want this piano/vocal chart in A, the lead sheet in A, or the chord chart in A. In this case, I'm going to pick the chord chart, which it's already on, and then I'm going to hit done. Then I'm going to swipe to the next song and do the same thing. It's already on the chord chart, so I'm already good. And then the next song is Jesus is Better here. I'm going to click up here, click on File, click the chord chart in A, and then click Done. And then the chord chart's there. Do the same thing with Turn Your Eyes. Chord chart in B. Then hit Done. And then same thing on Center My Life here. Click File, click on the chord chart, and then click Done. So now I've got all the chord charts for all the songs for this service all loaded up on here. Now to get my notes in here, you're going to go up here and click on this again. You'll see this annotation section. On the annotator, you're going to click there and then click My Name. And then it'll pull in all of my notes on this chord chart. And then you want to swipe through and do that on every song here. So I'm going to click Annotator, click My Name. Oh, it still thinks we're on Rejoice. There we go. On Grace Alone, Annotator, My Name, and hit Done. Now, this is a great example. On occasion, if you go through all those steps, it won't pull up the notes. Just follow those steps again, and usually it does it the second time. Sometimes it just glitches a little bit and doesn't want to pull it up. But that time it did. So you hit Done, go on to the next song, click the annotator, and it's being silly on me here. Click the annotator, click My Name, click Done, go to the next one. Do the same thing, and you'll just jump through this for every song. And see there, it didn't do it, so I just got to go back in, click My Name again, and there it goes. And then Center My Life. Click on Annotator, click My Name, and click Done. So then I have all the band and vocal notes for every song in here on every chord chart. The band notes are in red, and the vocal notes are in blue. So that's kind of how you follow those. Now, on occasion, you'll get, like I think Rejoice does this, where you'll have a page like this that's useless, that's just the rest of the chord diagrams that we don't really need. And so what you can do is you can click on the file name up here again, click Reorder Pages down here, And then these are the 2 pages you have showing. You can delete that second page and then hit save and then hit done. And it'll only show the first page. So you don't have the useless second page and don't have to swipe through it anymore, which is really handy. Now, when you're setting up your music here, another handy feature is that if you use 2 fingers and do pinch to zoom, you can zoom in on the chord chart and make it a lot bigger so that you can see things a little better. And then if you hit save up in the corner, it'll save that zoom level so that if you jump to the next song and then jump back, it's still zoomed in to where you had it. So you can do that on every song. If you need to change that again, you just pinch to zoom again and hit save, and it'll go back to wherever you set it. Now to add notes onto this, you're going to go up here and click the little pen icon here, or if you're using the Logitech Crayon that you've got there, you can just tap the screen with it and it'll automatically go into edit mode. But you just click this icon and then this annotating mode will come up. You'll click on this little pen icon and you'll get a note like this. And basically what this is asking is, do you want to replace my notes with your notes or merge them together so that you keep my notes and are able to add your notes on top of that? And you want to hit merge so that my notes stay and you can add your own. And then it jumps out of edit mode for some reason. So you click that again, you'll be back in edit mode here. You can click the pen and then it'll come up with what's called Pencilkit, which is Apple's annotation program, I guess. But you've got a bunch of options here for how you can add notes. You've got a pen, you've got a highlighter. I think this is a colored pencil, and you've got an eraser, and then a couple other things that I don't actually know what they do. And then you've got a bunch of colors here that you can choose from. So I'm going to choose the pen, and then I'm going to go on here, and you can draw a note. And that's a crazy note, and I don't really like it. So what I'm going to do is I can hit the undo button up here, or if I do that on accident, I can hit the redo button and get it back. But for now, I'll click the undo button so it disappears. You can also jump down here, hit the eraser, and then erase that whole note with the eraser. If you click on the pen here and then click on it again, you've got some options for how thick of a pen line you want. You've got really thin to really thick, and then how opaque you want the pen to be. So that's like the level of transparency in the writing. And typically on a pen, I want it all the way opaque so it's solid. And then with the highlighter, same thing applies. You've got highlighter width and then the transparency of it. Typically you'll want this more transparent so you can see through that, and so you can highlight a whole section and still see the words or the chords or whatever it is. And then over here you can change the color of your writing or your highlighting or whatever it may be, depending on which tool you have selected. And then if this is in the way, this whole Pencilkit thing is ever in the way, you can click it and drag it around to a different spot on the page. So you can like make notes down here, or if you drag it to a corner, it'll go into this little icon there. I'm going to keep it down here for now. The other cool thing about this is while you're in edit mode, you can use your 2 fingers and pinch to zoom, and you can zoom in and then draw a more detailed note that's a lot closer in. And then when you're done with that, you can zoom back out, and it just makes it easier to draw in more detail or draw with a finer point if you need to. And then you just hit, when you're all done making notes, you just hit done there, and it'll take you out of edit mode and your notes will be saved there. Another thing you can do with the note taking, I'm going to jump back in here really quick, is you can add text boxes as well. This is how I add all of my notes. It's probably not super practical during rehearsal because it's hard to type on a vertical iPad during practice. But if you want to do this another time, that is an option. You just hit that and you tap on the screen and then type away and you'll have a text box. But I'm not gonna keep that right now. Another cool feature of Music Stand here is you've got this metronome right here. If you click that, it'll pull up the tempo and meter of Rejoice that is loaded in Planning Center. So it should line up. I know the tempo says 160 here. It's actually 163. But so that is the correct tempo. And then you can click play right there, and it'll play the metronome. And so you can practice along while looking at the chord chart with the metronome there. You can also, if you hit the flash button here and then hit play, you can make the thing flash. So you have a visual cue there. And there's some other options for things you can do with that. And then you just hit the X to get out of that. Another cool tool is that you can hit this play button and it'll bring up the recordings that are loaded in Planning Center for every song. And so it'll play the recording and you can listen to it while looking at the chord chart, or play along with the recording so you can practice, that kind of thing. And you just click that button again to get out of it. Now, Music Stand is also available in like a web browser on Planning Center. And I'm going to make another video for Planning Center that kind of walks you through some things where I'll show that, how to get to that as well. It's a little hidden on the website, but you can use it on a computer as well. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you need any help, please ask. I'd love to help you with this.